Good afternoon, or evening, actually. Welcome back. Hi. Long time no see. Well, actually 45 minutes. Oh boy. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like... Good evening, Dragodai. Good evening, Tots. Good evening, everyone else. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, there is... oh boy. So there's still stuff happening around Frozen Flame. Some cool stuff. Then there is... like the PC Gaming Showcase we are watching right now in just a minute. And then we have also Dark Tide, which is happening. Also, I'm actually kind of curious what PC Gamer will do here, because apparently they have ads activated. And if there are ads in the middle of the showcase, don't do that. But we have 2 minutes left before the whole showcase is starting. I will be honest, I didn't even know this exists till this afternoon. I didn't know this was coming. And PC Gaming Show, after the summer event, I don't want to do that again. Like, I will warn you, yes, I will warn you right here, that if they're pulling the same thing as they did with the PC Gaming Showcase in summer, I will be out. If you're like, huh, what did they do? They wasted 2 hours of our time, where 1.5 hours were basically just interviews with developers who have never showed their games. No trailer, no nothing, literally just, let me talk about my idea I have for a video game. And it's like, no. I'm hoping this is like a solid hour of just throwing trailers after trailers after trailers at us, and then we are done with it. Right? Like, that is my hope I have here, and I would appreciate if that is the case. So we will see. As far as I know, also Day 9 is not doing this, but it's only Frankie, which I'm okay with. There's some cringy comments. Frankie is normally pretty okay. Day 9 tries to be the clown, and man, I have to say the writing got worse and worse. Like, I have the feeling since everything became scripted, it's not funny anymore. Like, you don't need scripts for Day 9. Day 9 is a comedian who can do stand-up comedy. He doesn't need, you know, scripts. But this is sponsored by Intel. It's kind of funny that Intel has finally apparently a marketing budget again, after AMD did steal a lot of market cap. So seems like they have finally a marketing budget again.
Hello, welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2023 preview.
Hey Frankie!
I am Frankie Ward, and while I resemble a 30-something mum from South London, I'm actually a gaming oracle here to reveal your gaming future. You are welcome. Please
They're being super proud of their new CPU. Yeah, the new CPU was finally pushed forward.
Is currently picking Game of the Year winners for 2022. We have got our eyes set firmly forward, bringing you trailers, previews, and
AMD has some issues with their new CPU, aka
next year in 2023.
Pushing new technology too fast a bit.
But by no means least, we will highlight our eagerly awaited A-listers, closing the show with a countdown of our 6 most wanted games of 2023. But
I don't care what you want.
We've got a full slate of game previews to show first. And what better way to start than with a world premiere? Let's kick things off with a first look at the new Space Colony sim from our mellow developer, League of Geeks. This is Jump Light Odyssey.
Cool, they're just jumping right in. Awesome. Ooh. League of Geeks. That is an interesting look.
Since before time, whenever our explorers were lost,
Captain Future music playing in a minute?
Way home.
Oh no, I would not do it. God, I'm showing my age.
Warmongering Zootopans sought to extinguish our light. In a desperate bid to defend
Also,
our
why do I have a
beloved
feeling
home,
the game will not look
we
like this?
committed everything we had.
Oh my gosh. And only one ship
Yet
survived
the
all
cold
of
malice
this.
of Admiral Voltan
Starship
couldn't be stopped.
Galactica. Hey look, we have a Death Star. How funny.
The battle was lost. I knew what I had to do. Where our only hope lies.
I opened up a kitty cafe on Earth.
I, Princess Euphora, last remaining regent of our people, will lead us to the Forever Star.
Oh my god, this is like Galactica.
Those of us who survived that day lost everything. But this is not our end. We will survive. Because together, we will keep hope alive.
Okay, unfortunately, no gameplay, but cool.
Hunt them down.
Cool.
No survivors.
Jumplight Odyssey will warp onto our PCs in 2023. Next, fans of Trenchcoats and Blade Runner should keep an eye on our next game. Shadows of
Right.
Doubt is a sandbox stealth game where you're a private eye in a fully simulated sci-fi city of beautiful, chunky pixels. Let's take a look.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's some chunky pixels. Hey, that's what Cyberpunk promised us. Okay. You have my attention. This could be cool. Hell yeah. Break rules. I can't break rules. I never believed into in the first place. Oh. Well, that escalated quickly. Okay. This was really cool. What kind of detective will you be? Cue the sax. Bring me some scotch.
Well, you don't need to be a detective to see how good that looked. Shadows of Doubt is coming to PC in Q1 2023, and you can play the beta from December 1st. Be sure to visit
Okay.
PC Gaming Show 2023 preview page on Steam and sign up.
Definitely have to take a look at that.
PC Gaming is its breadth of variety, with room for everything from cooperative ghost hunting to score-based trombone simulation.
Wait.
And to showcase the expanse of experiences on offer, here's PC Gamer's Imogen Mellor with a few games from very different genres, all coming in 2023.
Thank you, Frankie. First in our sample platter is City of Murals. In this colourful roguelite, you'll be gliding and grappling across the vibrant frontiers of an alien world. Make friends or fight to outlast the competition. Don't sweat the setbacks. In this cosmic fight for survival, your deaths
Nah.
only make you stronger.
Not my art style.
Speaking of fighting, Capcom's famed fighter is back with more bids and new ways to play.
Nah. don't
In
like that
Street
art
Fighter 6,
style.
Keep your fists flying to use new drive gauge mechanics,
Joking.
while in-game commentators narrate the action.
I actually might check it out when it comes to PC.
And a new modern control type means even rookies can throw
Welcome in,
fireballs
Sekra.
with ease.
Yeah, you only missed 2 videos.
In the mind-bending narrative adventure, 1,000 Times Resist, you're a clone in the far future. As you relive the memories of humanity's last survivor, you'll uncover a conspiracy that stretches across time.
Man,
and uncover
that
the truth
is...
behind a rewritten history.
Whew. I need some stronger drugs for
In
that.
Vengeful Guardian Moonrider, a totalitarian state learns a hard lesson about activating cyborg super ninjas. It's a bad idea. You control the Moonrider, a ninja-shaped
Nope.
super weapon waging
my
a
game.
side-scrolling war against authoritarianism.
Not my game, I'm
Throughout
afraid.
this retro vengeance quest, you'll unlock modifier chips to customize your abilities and fighting style. Back to you, Frankie.
I always hated those type of games
Thanks,
on my
Imogen.
Sega.
Now let's keep broadening our horizons with a pair of games from Wired Productions. The first,
Oh boy.
a beautiful city builder for cliffside castle enthusiasts. The second, a gruesome hack and slash game drenched in neon and unicorn guts. A little something for everyone then.
Cool. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. Oh, it's published by Tripwire. I have to reach out to them. I really have to reach out to them about this. They have some amazing games coming. There was a beta last weekend for, what was it, Spy Inc? Holy shit, I just watched streamers play this. It's actually a BR game I could get behind. That was freaking amazing.
Beneath hostile skies,
Yeah, isn't Tripwire now owned by Embracer?
build your bulwark.
It's owned by Embracer, right? They bought... Oh no, this is not Tripwire, it's Wired. My bad. Wired. Why did I hear Tripwire? Wired, Tripwire. My bad. Death to Humans. Oh. Okay. Normal Wednesdays, I get. Where's Zoe when you need her? What did I just... I don't...
Wipe off any lingering unicorn splatters. We've got some RPGs to see. Some of the all-time great PC games have been role-playing games. Whether they let us become monster hunters, spaceship captains, wasteland wanderers, computer hackers,
Phew.
or amnesiac detectives. And
I have to collect
just
myself
as they
after
let us
this.
see all sorts of second lives,
Yeah,
RPGs
this is Stray
can
2.
all kinds of different ways.
That's the
Some
secret
are
ending
about
of Stray.
talking and making bold choices, changing the fates of entire realms with a dialogue tree. Some are strategic and thinky, demanding intricate stat management and precision play. Others, like this open-world roguelike from Systemic Reaction, are focused mostly on the stabbing. This is Ravenbound.
Huh. Okay. Oh, this is Ravenbound.
This land is not
Game
where
number
we-
3 they will probably never finish.
Most of us wouldn't last a day.
I'm a bit wary
We
on
know
systematic
you're
reaction.
Even the Raven could see that.
Yeah, they had
That's
2
why
early access
it
games
entrusted you
and they
to wield its power.
never really did anything with them. The last one
To be
was
its weapon.
Extinction, like the weird dinosaur killing game.
Wield it, so that the cause does not die
Like,
when you do.
they have not really done anything with early access.
The hatred is a force stronger than you can imagine.
This is cool though.
But just as dust, carried by the wind, can level mountains, you can wield unimaginable power.
That fighting was super interesting.
You let it wield you.
Oh yeah. I'm like, even the Extinction game they had before that with the dinosaurs, like the gameplay was actually really cool. It just needed more content. They just needed to do something with it. It wasn't a bad game. And what was the other one? The other one
You can wish this
is
Ravenbound right now
what
by
is the
heading over
robot
to our
game?
Steam page. Okay, let's trade a Norse fantasy for the grimdark future. In Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, you might not be able to make a marine slice slab of power armor, but as the latest in a line of starfaring privateers with the Emperor's own blessing, you do
Oh
enjoy
my.
certain
We are
privileges.
getting Rogue Trader
Your very own
trailers?
massive void chip, for instance.
The Emperor be blessed. Yes. Yes. Give me more.
Endless expanse. The Imperium's perilous frontier. A foul haven for the enemies of mankind.
Is that how you move on the map?
It is the hunting ground of the rogue traders.
Dark
Elite
Elder,
and
yay.
Powerful servants of the Imperium. Here they seek out new worlds.
They're happy that the Dark Elders killed
Here
them.
they
I should be
discover
really happy about that.
heresy and deceit. Ancient machines. Murderous Xenos.
Get sniped.
Warp-spawned horrors.
Well, that's a flamer. Oh my god, that looks so
Fanatical
good!
zealots. In these dark reaches, the Emperor's
Adeptus
light
Auritus is not kidding around.
It is the rogue trader's duty to navigate through this dangerous unknown. For they have the power to feed the Emperor's flame, or to plunge millions of worlds into darkness.
Darkness. Ooh, man. Oh, the collector's. Oh. Do we get a date for early access? No, we don't, right?
It might be heresy in Warhammer, but this is a safe space for spellcasters. After all, RPGs are a festival for all things fantasy.
That was good.
Whether
It was
they're
good.
pulling from old myths or writing magical worlds all of their own, these next games are a fantasy tour de force. Imogen, what scrying spells have you woven up for us?
Oh! Oh
That was
shit!
just like fantasy sound. In this survival game from former BioWare developers, building a cozy base isn't enough.
Do we
if you want to survive
see
in Nightingale,
more?
you'll have to open portals between the Fey realms and face the dangers on the other side.
This is all
But by
stuff we have
meddling with the
already
game's
seen
procedural
before.
generation, you can shape your next world into something that will hopefully need fewer bullets.
Be ready with your axe pick.
Aw. That was quick. Oh,
Forspoken places a
Forspoken.
young New Yorker in a post-apocalyptic fantasy world.
Well,
Luckily for
they
Frey
say
Holland,
January
she's got a newfound
25th
suite
is
of
when the
fast,
release is.
flashy combat spells. And with magical
Let's wait.
parkour, she can air dash, double jump, and wall run her way across the corrupted open world of Athia.
Let's break some heads.
It looks like Darkest Dungeon, but it hacks and slashes like Gauntlet. In Aaron, the Book of Heroes, you'll carve a path through
What?
co-op campaign quests as one of 5
I mean-
classes, each with their own fighting style and unlockable perks. Aaron, the Book of Heroes.
Maybe the
opens
art
in May
style, but-
2023.
Debatable? Okay. Ah!
If you'd like a lighter fantasy than Aaron, consider Frozen Flame, a survival RPG that understands you want to be out adventuring, not stuck in your base filling your hunger meter. It's a high magic, high
Well,
saturation landscape built for exploration,
we might have played this.
not for busy work.
Of course, we haven't gone the way.
Oh, that was a
of
really
yet.
short trailer,
But for
Frozen Flame.
humanity in the
They
41st
deserved more.
Millennium, survival is anything
Probably
but
didn't pay it
guaranteed.
enough.
At least that's what the Imperial propaganda tells me anyway. Speaking of, here's your latest look at Warhammer 40,000 Darktide.
Hell yeah! Oh, by the way, I have to start the download. I hope they're giving us a quick breather so I can start the. I can start the download. Downloading now. God damn it! I have to do that because we want to play the game after we are done here with the PC Gaming Show. So downloading would be probably a pretty smart idea to do right now. God, the music is so good in this game. Just but Kai just nailed it. Oh, so you have to wait till Game Pass is unlocking, man? Aw, sorry. Yeah, let me do this very quickly. Let me just start the download.
Darktide releases November 30th. But there's no need to wait if you're anxious for inquisitorial service.
Okay,
With Darktide's
it's
pre-order
downloading.
beta access, you can play today. Visit playdarktide.com for more info. Right, let's set the chained swords aside for something more cheerful, shall we? Waiting in our next block of previews is a farming fantasy with a creature collecting twist. But first, here's Imogen with some fresh features for Project Winter.
Oh no. Oh no. This is not the game they
This
talked
incoming
about.
update for Project Winter is all about intrigue. Traitors in the snowy social deduction game will enjoy more ways to
the hell
steal,
am I looking for?
sabotage, and surveil, while 2 new roles will bring new ways to play. And you'll find the map decked out with holiday decoration for added festive flair. Over
Oh.
Magica is Stardew Valley with Pokemon farmhands. You'll breed, train, and battle your own collection of blobs. Colourful
Developer
creatures with
Claudia the
needs
Deaf?
to yield from your fields. With a band of blobs at your side.
This is what I
venture
kind
out
of
to find
hoped.
rare materials for
What was it
crafting your ideal
called?
farmstead.
Ooblets would be.
Inspired by Kashubian myths, Dungeons of the Amber Griffin is a modern revival of classic grid-based dungeon crawling. Gather your 4
Oh!
daredevils, choose their spells, skills,
Like the
and
Bartail.
equipment, and set out across a world filled with the monsters and magics of Kashubia.
Next, what do you get when you fill
All
a
the
hot
old
bucket with a
Might and
dash of
Magic.
Dead by Daylight, a pinch of Among Us, and a high-pressure environment? Well, you'd have something like Level 0, a team-based tactical horror with extremely murderable maintenance workers. Bring a flashlight and let's take a look.
I think I've heard of Level 0. Yeah, I've heard of this. Stream is dying now. Not laggy on my end. That's on you. Anybody else having issues? Well, shit is the right term for this. Yeah, I see nothing on my end. 0 drop frames, looks smooth. Yeah, no, sorry man. That's a news, Simon. Damn, that looked kinda intense, didn't it? Ooh.
Shake off those scares. We haven't left space just yet, and we'll need steady hands if we want to make a safe landing. Luckily, I know a few Kerbals with a very promising astronaut program.
Hell
Kerbal
yeah!
Space Program 2, your Kerbal cosmonauts will enjoy new tech to explore the farthest reaches of the solar system and eventually interstellar space. But don't just take my word for it. For all the details on the updated Space Sim, let's go over to the PC Gamer team for an exclusive interview with Nate Simpson, creative director on Kerbal Space Program 2.
No. No interviews. Just game. Oh boy.
For us, failure is not only an option, it's like absolutely mandatory, right? It's the way that we learn and evolve. One of the things I'm excited about with
I
early
am
access
so
is it
interested
makes everything feel a
interested
little
how
more
this will
Kerbal
work
in the
out
sense
since
that
they
we're gonna get some
switched
things
the
wrong.
developer.
We're gonna make some assumptions that are incorrect. We're gonna fail out loud.
Going into early access, we have the opportunity to make this game amazing. with our community, not just for our community. Each update is kind of like a little present. As a community, we get to unwrap this present together with all the new features and all the new things to explore.
As somebody who has only briefly played KSP years ago, this should be really fun.
In a vacuum, it's a space joke. For quite a while, this is a rare opportunity to actually find out how.
Yeah, they completely switched out the developer. They took away the game from the original developer.
I'm Imogen from PC Gamer, and I am joined by
Hi, Imogen.
2's Nate Simpson. Would you like to introduce yourself, Nate?
Hi, I'm Nate Simpson. I'm the creative director for KSP2.
Okay, so Kerbal Space Program 2 coming up, early access, all that jazz. When we talked in early 2020, one of the features you highlighted were the new
I just learned recently through my girlfriend that jazz means small talk or talk. And I was really confused at the beginning when she was like, hey, how was your jazz today? And I was like,
going into KSP2 was to re-tutorialize the game.
My
We've created these
jazz?
fully animated, fully interactive tutorials that are meant to teach basic rocketry.
I was very confused by
Day one of
that.
early access, we've got our basic rocketry and our basic orbital mechanics tutorials already in place. And one of the things we want to learn from early access is how good of a job are these tutorials doing teaching these basic concepts. So we're looking forward to seeing what we find.
And can you talk about how you expect to be layering the features in early access? What comes first?
Right out of the gate, day one, early access, functionally sandbox. What we're doing is validating the basic physics, basic flight systems.
Oh wow, you can even
vehicle
make like
construction, all the things that
airplanes
make
now and
Kerbal
stuff.
Kerbal. The second big rollout is going to be science mode. That'll be our first progression mode that we're bringing into the game that rewards exploration with kind of increasing technology levels and new kinds of parts. And then going forward from that, we have colonies, which is a big new thing for KSP2. We'll be adding new star systems over the course of early access. The first of the new star systems is called the Deb system. And once
The
we've got
Deb
all
system.
those things together, we're going to wrap it up with a nice big bow and deliver multiplayer, which is, I think, a thing that a lot of us are very eager to experience.
Oh,
Multiplayer
was
is the
multiplayer in the
concept
first
of
one?
Agencies. So you can work alongside friends within a single agency, contributing to a single space program in a way that's cooperative, but you can also play competitively between agencies, each of which is located at a different location on
No, really?
Urban.
Okay.
So with multi-agency play, you can have space races.
And for seasoned Kerbal players, are there any changes right now that
should
they're
be
going to run into
cool.
and go, thank
Look forward to
that's
multiplayer.
so much easier or like better right now?
There were
There
mods.
are a lot more convenience improvements. Probably the biggest one is time warp under acceleration. You can now time warp.
Yeah,
while
I
you
assume
are
Sakura. I assume it's
burning.
because like she
Procedural
is using a
wings,
very
make
British
airplane construction a lot
English,
easier. And then in
right?
general, the vehicle assembly building is just
Because they were a
lovely
British
to
colony
navigate now. There's a
back in the
higher
day.
number of parts, but those parts
So
are
they
much easier to
assimilated a lot
find
of
in the
stuff
part
into
palette.
their
And do you
culture
expect
and
players
their
to be able
language.
to
It's
keep
super
their save
fascinating,
files
especially
through
when she
early
sometimes
access into the
believes
main
that
game?
this is like a normal English
Correct, but
thing,
Interstellar's
and I'm
wrapped
like,
up till,
it's not. Believe me,
one point
she's sometimes very upset
So forward
about
compatibility with
that.
files is a really important thing for us.
It's like, no, this is an English
But,
thing, and I'm like,
early access being early access, all I can express is a
not.
strong hope that vehicles that you build on day one of early access will still be forward compatible when we hit 1.0.
And how are colonies going to change?
yeah, this looks really cool.
Colonies are going to change everything. Colony gameplay is about facilitating the collection of resources.
I'm actually really
And there's a
interested in
system that works
colonies.
hand in hand with colonies.
It's actually
called
one of the things
delivery
which really
loops.
catched my
You can
attention
drive
when
a
they first
resource
announced
extractor
it.
out to a resource deposit, drill for it, extract it, drive it back, and then turn that into a repeating delivery. And then the delivery route system does.
So it's
something
like a
even
real
cooler,
base
which you can
management.
automate the transportation of resources from one colony
It's
to another
crazy.
colony. Once you have that capability, you can set up like orbital colonies that are functionally hubs to which you're ferrying resources from multiple star systems even.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much. It was great to meet you.
Cool. Unfortunately, it's February, And there's
As we
so
return
many
from
games in
orbit,
February.
There are a lot of games coming our way.
I don't know
Too
where
many
to
games
begin.
to reasonably cover, some might say. Luckily, we've got the magic of montages on our side. Here's a rapid-fire look at what's on the PC gaming horizon, from gun-toting witch hunters to mega-sized monster slayers.
This is a montage. Chap, this is the montage. Probably DMCA music. I am 100% certain this is DMCA music. Bakan, I have seen actually some trailers about that. Oh, Wild Hearts. There was a new Battlefield trailer, by the way. We'll watch that tomorrow, and the announcement that Battlefield 2042 is coming to Xbox Game Pass and EA Play on November 22nd. So next week. And also in December, they are making it like free to play for everyone to test it out. Oh, Sons of Forest in the... Wait, what? Why is the crazy... What? Ah, Park Beyond. That's the game I'm looking forward to. That's the game I'm looking forward to. Oh, The Expanse. Could be good, could be bad. I have never watched the show. Lightyear Frontier. This game looks cool, but it also looks like very much nothing is happening. So I don't know. Okay, we are done.
First
Awesome.
sprint in our preview marathon? Lovely, because we have plenty of trail left to blaze for your next year in PC gaming. But before we resume our blistering pace, let's take a breather with a new addition to your laid-back simulation sandbox.
Wait, there are no breathers for me. Simulated sandboxes things are my kink. Like, there's a breather. Oh boy. The repair house. Wow. Yeah, I think he sold PC Building Simulator to the company. I know some people love those types of games. I really do. I tried so hard. I just can't. I just can't. It doesn't do anything for me.
While antique restoration sounds delightful, we are taking a sharp turn in a more destructive direction now. The next course in our gaming feast is for the head clickers, combo stringers, and compulsive reloaders. Whether in first or third person, whether side-scrolling or top-down, you show up to do one thing: land more hits than you take. We've gathered the finest shooters, slashers, brawlers, and beat-em-ups of 2023. You'll see low-gravity gunfights, skeleton swordplay, and whatever you call it when someone's fighting with an umbrella. But first, we're looking backwards towards something a little more 90s. Say, hello, Gordon, to Abiotic Factor.
What?
I'm feeling distinctly anhydrous.
Oh my god,
The
it's
Gate Cascade Research Facility has
Gordon
stretched
free
the
to play,
fabric of
man.
the universe to breaking point. Now, the world's greatest minds must survive a transdimensional catastrophe using brains over brawn to unlock the facility's secret depths.
Endothermia.
and craft their way out of a supernatural situation.
So you were playing the...
One sector at a time.
The
When the
doctors?
boundaries between dimensions have been undone.
In
It's
Half-Life?
up to the science team. To
Yeah, the
endure,
scientists.
Experiment, explore, and maybe even escape an apocalypse in the making.
Aren't you glad we're together in this?
No. Look what Gordon Freeman did again. Huh? Okay.
A biotic factor is set to emerge from an interdimensional portal sometime in 2023.
Sure, maybe it's fun. I have
We're
to see
moving
more
now
of it.
into the shooter segment of our action suite to see where we'll be setting our simulated sites in the new year. Here's Imogen with a host of games that run the gunplay gamut.
Bad news, Frankie.
Ah.
The rich have destroyed Earth and colonized Mars.
Yes.
The good news is that you can, as always, steal their stuff. In Hyena's
I
team and
heard
your pack will
very
fight
good
foes,
things about
security
this game.
forces and rival players in zero-gravity shooters,
But also
using
some
environment-altering
mixed
abilities to plunder
thoughts.
priceless pop culture relics.
I said stop playing with the merch and move.
Gumbarella is a rust-colored Metroidvania fit for a
This
rainy
game.
day. Your Gumbarella
Developer
isn't
doing
just a
soft.
weapon.
Nice.
It's a bullet shield and traversal tool, letting you deflect enemy shots and slide across zip lines. With your trusty lead-pumping parasol,
Looks cool.
side
Not my
scroll
type of
your way
game.
through a quest
Looks
of
cool.
Revenge and corporate exploitation.
Ah!
Take the radiation-soaked top-down shooting of Nuclear Throne and stretch it across a procedurally generated Eastern Europe, and you'd get zero sievert. Scavenge for loot in a tense post-apocalypse to mod your
have
guns
this
and upgrade
game.
your base, if you manage to survive the bandits and mutant wildlife.
Yep, the Pixel Tarkov.
Up next. Do you ever wish you could talk to your video game guns?
Nope.
That's a strange thing to wish for, but lucky you. Rick and Morty creator just
I already
released
have
a
those
full
type of
game
things,
about it.
and that's my
And Bionic
viewers.
is actually coming out next month. Here's some exclusive footage from
They're
the
also
Rick
giving
and
me
Morty
advice when I don't need it. And never really help me out when I really need them. Yeah. Yeah, I said that, chat.
Take him out. Come on out so I can shoot you.
This is kind of cool though. Like,
You're ugly. How many of these guys are there?
also I'm pretty sure you're shooting with the butts of the pistols.
Kill him.
You're welcome. With the butts or with the penises? One of the two. I mean, it's Rick and Morty humor, so I assume penises.
Okay, I think that might be all of them. What do you think? All right, either way, let's just head to Dregtown.
Okay, Morty.
High on Life is releasing on December 13th, so add it to those wish lists now. Okay, compared to what we just saw, this next game about alien encounters is much less endearing. It's a Death Stranding style apocalypse by way of cosmic horror from NetEase.
Did you
30 years
just
after
say
it brought
Death
humanity to
Stranding
the edge of
horror?
extinction, you'll wield a supernatural substance to reclaim an infested Earth in this open world survival shooter.
Oh, it's this game.
This is Once Human.
Yes. I'm actually kind of interested to see what this game is. Then again, it's NetEase and microtransactions.
Squad H73 has reached target location. Mission objective, deviation control.
Yeah, you have this weird alien artifact on your backpack, and you can have like different artifacts and whatnot doing things.
What the hell happened? Take cover.
Again, this game sounds super duper interesting, and also, wow. Hello, The Division. Especially the look of that character. Wow.
Class B deviant identified. Open fire! Open fire!
Again, could be totally interesting. Unfortunately, it's a NetEase game.
Get up now. We gotta get out of here.
So monetization is a big red flag for me. Well,
Keep yourself hidden. Don't look them in the eye.
in what eye? This is cool. It's like Secret World meets The Division, and also ew.
It's all over. Let's get out of here.
Well, and there's the PvP.
Knock, knock.
Oh, January 6th. Okay.
Visit our Steam page to join Once Humans beta test beginning December 15th, 2022.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about you, but I could use a break from the bullets. And we are in luck because it looks like Valheim is about to get some Viking competition. In Asker, you and your friends will oversee a Norse tribe survival in a hostile world. Manage your settlement's needs and industries before commanding your villagers in sailing expeditions across ever-changing seas.
What? I'm a bit confused. Did we still talk about Valheim?
Remember. Remember the rage of the sea.
Yeah, hello. We wanted to do Hellblade,
In the darkness.
but indie.
And when the dead winter comes, remember those who never sleep.
Oh, that's a big boy. And that totally didn't... I don't...
This might come as a surprise, but there are a lot of games about hitting things with swords. 2023 brings an armory's worth of options for sharpening your swordcraft
Didn't
in haunted
catch my
graveyards and
attention.
galaxies far, far away. Imogen?
Lycanvale is a fast-paced, first-person slasher in the tradition of classic 90s shooters. Locked in a nightmare, your longsword and magic are your only hope for survival.
That looks cool.
Castlevania's worth of skeletons. I'd have brought a mace myself.
I hope it's not VR.
5 years after the events of the first
Oh,
Star Wars
wow,
story,
I didn't
Jedi
actually
Survivor
expect
finds
that this
Cal
is
Kestis
coming up.
invading the Empire's hunters as they track him across the galaxy. Expect plenty of lightsaber action, and if we're lucky, more collectible ponchos.
Oh, they're not really showing anything new here. Okay.
89 days ago, I lost contact with Earth.
We regret to report that the moon is, in fact, haunted. In Moon Mystery, uncover the secret history behind past lunar
Well,
missions in a
I
universe-spanning
mean, my
investigation.
closet is haunted,
And bring a gun.
so,
It's not just low-gravity puzzles out here.
you know.
I don't know if I'm going to get it back.
Hunt the Night asks an important question. What if Link to the Past got bitten by a werewolf and turned into Bloodborne? The answer is a top-down, fast-paced action game where you take beast hunting contracts to face bullet hell boss fights. Uncover and
Ooh,
accustomed
this looks
world's dark
cool,
lore and
but bullet hell.
suit your hunting style.
I
And
really
that's
like the looks of
everything I
this.
have for now, but before we go back to Frankie, here's a look at what Call of Duty looks like on an Intel-powered PC.
What? I mean, what? Okay, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. What?
Purchase the Vault Edition and get
Yes, it only looks so good because you have an Intel-powered CPU.
If this last game seemed a little light on loot, you're in for a treat, because in Superfuse, your comic-style carnage will earn Diablo-level piles of loot drops. But the real treasures here are with your superpowers. With each ability's own modular
Weird
skill tree,
advertisement.
You can turn a humble fireball into a splitting, exploding screen clearer.
Okay. Oh, it's this game. This game was boring as heck. Yeah. And I think it was running like shit because Unreal Engine loading textures. If I remember that correctly. So after like 10 or 20 minutes I was like, nah dude, nah. I think the game was actually okay, or would have played okay if it wouldn't had like such huge engine issues. That was really bad. But it also wasn't really too much fun.
Superfuse is coming to PC on January 31st, 2023. Obviously, superpowers are nice and all, but sometimes we just want old-fashioned fisticuffs. And Clash Artifacts of Chaos is a gorgeous and grotesque fever dream of martial arts action. In the punk fantasy world of reclusive warrior Pseudo, a sacred dice game could make your next fistfight easier. But losing might mean your mutant moose opponent gets a new teammate. Let's take a look.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Grandpa is dead.
Say the words.
His bones are earth. His flesh is dust.
Oh, I think I remember this.
His breath is wind.
His breath is
I don't like this art style. I don't.
Where will I go?
This looks amazing.
Is there anyone who can take care of you?
My brother. But he doesn't want to see me.
All right now. I'll take you somewhere safe. That's it.
Gemini is expecting you.
I assume you're here about the boy?
We need the boy.
I need the child alive. If he's dead, he can't help me.
Heal me.
Gemini has the artifact of pain, and she can use it even if she doesn't win the game of dice. Imagine the power she has to threaten anyone with that.
So why is old Gemini so keen on getting her hands on you?
I'm cursed. That's why Grandpa is dead. That's why my brother hates me. I'm cursed, and everyone I touch is cursed too.
You cannot escape Gemini. I invoke.
It looks cool, but I cannot do this art style, man.
What are you doing to the boy?
You think I had a choice?
I don't care about your grand plan.
You will never leave.
While there is no justice, there will be no law.
Look cool, but
Weird Fists will fly when Clash Artifacts of Chaos releases on February 9th,
enslaved.
2023.
Yeah, I can see it.
Next on the list is the latest adventure in Amplitude Studios' Endless Universe. Marooned in the aftermath of a sci-fi shipwreck, you'll juggle a
Endless
squad of
Dungeon.
castaways in this action roguelike, or split control duties in co-op as you fight room by room for survival. Here's the new trailer for Endless Dungeon.
Hell yeah, which is kind of funny because they made an Endless Dungeon before this and nobody cared.
Nah, you don't have what it takes.
Well, even though
Dude,
the previous
hold on.
Endless Dungeon was quite different.
Yeah,
The dungeon is a real downer. And getting eaten so often crushes my vibe. But with a squad this rad, we've got what it takes. Zed's the grooviest. Bunker keeps us all safe. And Blaze makes things explode. Yay. We are one.
Yay.
Oh, wait. Groovy. One happy family. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, ah. Woo! Ha, take that. Oh, that's me. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's a good strategy. Pew. Oh, sorry. Hope that didn't hurt.
Oh, you can play now.
Our
Okay.
action block is over. But before we move on,
Unfortunately, I
let's see
don't have
what's in
time
the
for that
works
right
at
now.
the home of Half-Life. Here's an early look at upcoming projects from Valve.
What?
Oh, hi! Steam Deck has had an exciting year, and we have so much more to come in 2023. We started shipping this powerful handheld PC gaming device back in February of this year, and despite the fact the delivery time we hired wasn't very fast, sorry Gabe, we not only caught up to reservation holders,
I love that he
we
did
increased
that.
production and are now in stock and shipping all over North America and Europe. And we're not done there. We just opened reservations in Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. And with the help
Damn,
of
man.
Komodo, expect to start shipping there by the end of this year. We even had a booth at Tokyo Game Show so we could properly introduce ourselves under a giant Steam Deck. Pretty, isn't it? Our favorite part is seeing all the different ways people have been using their Steam Deck. From playing their Steam library on the go, to using it as the powerful PC it is to do pretty much everything else. In fact,
This thing
here's
is
the
such a
dock we
game
launched just
changer.
last month. It's shipping now and lets you connect to a ton of peripherals. But don't worry, the work we did to support it means you can also use any USB hub or dock you want. In 2023, we're looking to continue shipping more and more Steam Decks and docks, and we're looking
Steam
for
Deck is
launching in
so
more regions,
successful.
too. We'll
It's
also
crazy.
continue our work to get as many Steam titles verified on deck as possible. Now keep in mind, games don't need that green check mark to run on deck, but we work with developers to verify games as basically a way to communicate with you which ones we know for sure run super well. Over 6,000 titles are already
It's
verified and
literally a
playable, and
PC
that
in
list
your
is
hands.
growing by the day and will continue to well into 2023 and beyond. So essentially this represents everything we're about, continuing to make PC gaming as powerful and accessible as possible to as many different kinds of gamers as we can, all while continuing to push that technology forward for players and the industry as a whole. So there's a lot more to come. We have so much planned with Steam Deck for 2023 and well into the future. And don't worry, we're going to go ahead and leave the delivery up to the professionals.
Cool. Oh, that was the
Before we march on
announcement
towards next year's
of Valve.
CGG game selection, this is a perfect opportunity to pack in a few more previews. Just ahead, Imogen's brought up an unconventional pairing for your appraisal, a miniature Metroidvania and a dreadful dream adventure.
It's not what I expected, but
Biogun is what you'd expect
Phew.
from Metroidvania. Assuming
pretty
your
much
expectations
Valve.
include a vaccine hero made of
I mean, Valve
DNA
doesn't make video
and
games
a
anymore.
medicine gun. Save a sick dog's life by blasting viruses across a microscopic expanse of organs.
This was
Explore to
cool.
Unlock abilities and upgrades,
Like the graphics.
and even find some delightful hats along the way. Don't ask how they got there. Despite how it might look in Biogun, facing our inner turmoil isn't terribly exciting for most of us. But others, like Little Griffin, are lucky enough to face their inner fears on a magical journey with a living teddy bear. In Daydream Forgotten Sorrow, you'll join Griffin and Burley the bear on a dreamlike
Reminds me of
puzzle-solving adventure.
Little Nightmares.
Speaking of Frankie, what else is on the way for us to daydream over?
Apologies to Griffin, but we can't dally around for any daydreaming. We still have a lot of games in today's lineup, and our time's only getting shorter. I think it's time to stretch the speedrunning muscles, don't you? Grab a fresh set of stakes, keep your kryptonite handy, and strap in. Here's another volley of 2023 previews.
Highlight reel, and I will not get like. Nope. Earth from Another Sun. Yeah. I have seen the demo of this, and the trailers are Bit misleading. Bit misleading. It doesn't work like that. Oh yeah, Dwarf Fortress. Wait, isn't it out on PC yet? I thought it was now, or oh, it's out in early access? I thought it's out now? I don't. This looked kinda cool. Oh my god, Battle Bit? Shit. I've seen Dredge. Like some early access stuff. Looked really cool. Looking forward to Redfall. Weirdly enough. It's kind of my jam. Milk! Carlson. Whoa. Wait, Final Fantasy 16? Oh, that's interesting. Keep in mind, this is the PC gaming show, where only PC games are being shown. So that they kind of guess that Final Fantasy is still coming out there next year. We're still muted? Yeah, because it's still the real. Because of music.
Units, clearing the fog of war over your strategy gaming future. From the up-close tension of tactics games to the sweeping scope of grand strategy, 2023 is set to be a promising year for city builders and battlefield commanders alike.
Because Highlight
Turn-based
Reel
tacticians aren't the only
probably
ones
copyrighted music.
with exciting new offerings
And I don't
joining
want to
the
get
return of some
copyrighted.
big names in the
So,
RTS genre. We're poised to enter a renaissance for real-time strategy.
cool.
We'll begin our deployment with a new take on the war to end all wars from Petroglyph Games, the studio behind Command and Conquer Remastered.
1914.
This game.
The world is pulled into a war like none ever seen, and Europe is divided. From the Belgium coast to the borders of Switzerland, two distinct alliances emerge.
I'm actually kind of interested in this game.
Experience the Great War like never before. Lead the Allied nations to victory or command the Central Powers and relive or redefine the course of history. Acting as field and theater commander, lead your forces with both a tactical and strategic mindset, each turn representative of a month.
Does somebody
Troops
remember
can be sent across the continent to build
North
forces
versus
ready to
South
strike.
on the
But
Amiga?
whilst making one territory
Again,
stronger,
showing my age here.
doing so may leave another vulnerable to attack.
That's what the fighting
Make tough
gameplay reminds me a
decisions
little
and face
bit
historic
about.
events to lead your faction along the right path. Choices between inspiring your nation or building your resources will define you and the war. With 6 different branches to research, you choose how this war is fought. Through advanced engineering, improved trench warfare,
Always
and even
logistics.
flight. Total victory at the tactical level brings your faction one step closer to pushing back the Western Front. But in a war
By
of
5
inches,
meters.
the victory falls in the margins. Even minor success in battle holds great merit in the grand strategy, dampening your opponent's national will and tipping the scales of war. Reach success by chipping away at their will to fight or attempt what history could not. Seize the German headquarters, infiltrate the French capital, step into the shoes of a commander, face one of the most significant wars of our time, and choose to relive history or redefine it.
Yep, looks definitely
Relive
interesting.
history when the Great War Western Front releases in 2023. Up next, we'll take a tactical turn as our strategy segment goes turn-based. From superhero squad battlers to extraterrestrial tactics, here's a selection of upcoming squad battlers and a spiritual sequel to Heroes of Might and Magic.
Wait.
Next month's Midnight Suns might be going the deck building route, but Spitfire Interactive is keeping closer to the XCOM model with its superhero tactics game for 2023. You'll recruit a team of heroes to reclaim a city from 20 years of supervillain rule, each bringing their own unique power set and playstyle. With careful positioning, you can blend your super team's
Reminds
powers
me
to
very
create
much
potent new
of
attacks.
Freedom Force.
And as your heroes improve, you'll guide their growth, choosing upgrades to suit your tactics. Start saving up for spandex.
Oh yeah, they're probably talking
in
about Songs of
2023.
Conquest. Just coming from...
If your life's been empty of XCOM goodness lately, might we suggest Xenonauts 2? Lead an international defense force in detailed tactical combat against an extraterrestrial enemy. Manage and expand your global research and defense network to ensure Earth outlasts an alien invasion.
No.
From the makers of Monster Train comes a new turn-based tactics roguelike. In Inkbound, you'll embark on co-op quests through a colourful collection of living stories.
Oh, I love
Releasing
Monster
in
Train.
2023, Inkbound's evolving world means every day will offer new adventures and new combat options for your next build.
Okay. Cool. I love Monster Train.
If you prefer your heroes
Yeah,
with
there it
a
is.
fancy flavour,
Songs of
don't
Conquest.
fret. While we haven't seen Heroes of Might and Magic in a few years, developer Lava Potion is happy to pick up the ball. Emerging from early
Was
access
good.
in 2023, Songs of Conquest is that classic cocktail of turn-based strategy and tactical combat, all in a gorgeous pixel art package.
Yep. I like the early access.
Songs of Conquest advances from early access for a full release in 2023. Up next is something of a video game Swiss Army knife. Part city management sim, part action RPG, Cygnus will see you leading every step of your alien outpost's defense, from the small scale to the big picture.
Right? Yeah, I liked Songs of Conquest. I played it. Team Meowtzy.
Welcome to Cygnus Enterprises, contractor. We are the galaxy's leading space exploration megacorporation.
Oh, not a cat though.
You have been tasked to restore our facilities on Mytilus to a productive and profitable state. Now, let's get to work.
Cool. Yes. Color me intrigued.
Remember, the company is here to support you.
Ha!
Just in case things go wrong.
Got it. Let's go.
But enough about you. Let's talk about me. I'll make sure my staff pays their fair share to use your facilities.
So it has multiplayer.
Opulence comes at a price after all. Any future visitors that stay at one of these doors will net you some well-deserved credits.
I would
too.
love to see that.
Time to test out the new upgrades.
This could be really cool. Ah. And there's the secret alien stuff.
If you're hearing this, and we've failed, please finish what we started.
I hope it has multiplayer.
This is bigger than any of us could have imagined.
Cygnus Enterprise. Oh, NetEase.
Make sure
And
Cygnus
my
is on your
interest
wishlist
just
before it
disappeared
enters
quicker
early
than I
access on
thought.
December 16th. Don't relinquish command just yet. There's still plenty to see in our celebration of strategy. We're heading back out to the field with Imogen for 2 games with very different kinds of command and a check-in on the eagerly awaited sequel to Metaphor.
Oh well.
Relive the memories of a rabbit soldier's rise from disgrace in Untamed Tactics. Smart positioning will make the most of your animal comrades and their abilities, while your parlay deck lets you engage in battlefield diplomacy to change the flow of combat. Unlockable characters, upgrades, and equipment offer options to customize your roster. Listen up, logistics lovers. In this supply chain strategy game, there are no losses or penalties to get between you and the wild rush of resource management.
PTSD.
Fulfill your flowchart fantasy in Master Plan Tycoon, coming in Q1 2023.
Somebody who has a master in logistics, this is just PTSD inducing.
Men of War 2 marches on. Even despite wartime delays, Ukrainian developer Bestway will release the sequel to its acclaimed World War II RTS in 2023. Direct combined air, armor, and infantry forces across both the Western and Eastern fronts, and use direct control to take full command of any unit on the battlefield. Frankie, what's left on the agenda?
The eyes of the world are upon you.
If balancing the supply chain in Master Plan Tycoon was a bit too benevolent for your tastes, you're in luck. Our next game is very much the opposite. It's a reimagining of a 2009 demonic cult classic, and sure to be a favourite for any aspiring archdemon. Here's a look at Solium Infernum.
Yes, now you're mentioning this game.
Rebels who defied heaven with arms fell headlong from the ethereal sky.
We've seen those before.
Hurled, vanquished into a dim abyssal gulf. We forsaken.
And another game we don't see any gameplay.
And churning ash, racked for eternity, with obdurate pride and steadfast hate. We, who chose never to yield or submit, strived to make a heaven of hell. We raised our great capital, Pandemonium, from which his dark majesty ruled, till vanished he did from his infernal throne. From our strongholds deep we now rage against one another.
If they had a voice which is deeper and darker, they could have sold us a new Dark Souls here.
To reign is worth ambition. Though in this place of darkness made visible,
that's a lot of blood.
Rule in hand,
that's how you get habitators, just saying.
Serve in heaven.
I have never heard of this. And this is a remaster of the 2009 one?
Solium Inferno begins its unholy ascension in 2023, so seal your dark pact by adding it to your wishlist today. Next, a settlement survival sim in the wreckage of a world ruined by climate change. As your band of survivors grows, you won't just be gathering resources and filling out your tech tree. You'll shape the laws of a
but
new
also your
society
taxes,
and decide whether humanity's
because
rebuilt
taxes
world
still
brings an
have to
age
be
of
paid.
equality or authority. Let's dive into Floodland.
Ah, I think this is out. I think this came out today. I liked the demo. I think we just made a big mistake at the beginning. Excuse me, with the resources we had, and it kind of screwed that up because of the tutorial. It was definitely an interesting survival building game. It doesn't try to be what was the game? The winter game. The Last City? No. What was it called? Frozen? No. Damn it. You know which one I mean. Frostpunk, thank you.
Floodland is available now on PC. The last entry in our
It's not like that.
lineup is a spin-off from a massive free-to-play
It's less punishing.
In Crossfire's isometric RTS, choose your own unit selection and bring your custom army composition into campaign missions, co-op scenarios, and competitive battles. Here's the latest from Crossfire Legion.
Oh. This game. I have played it.
Commander. No plan survives the first battle. And we've had many.
It's alright.
Here we are, battle hardened and armed with your feedback. We are
after
now
they made
ready
it
to
pay
go
to
over
play.
the top for the launch
and not free to play anymore. It's actually a pretty decent game.
We are deploying a plethora of new content, optimizing and refreshing the battlefield, along with the final act of our gripping story campaign.
I have played the campaign, and gripping.
Commander, Crossfire Legion leaves early access 8th of December.
Yeah.
We've reached our final phase, and we're closing out our show today with some heavy hitters. As we charge forth into the new year, these are the games we've pinned our highest hopes onto. Here are our 6 most wanted games for 2023.
Number 6. It's a me, Mario.
The number 6 slot in our most wanted
the
list
finals.
is The Finals, the upcoming free-to-play FPS that wowed crowds and critics with its reveal in August. A project from ex-Battlefield devs, it's no surprise
I've played it.
The Finals features some eye-popping environmental
And I cannot talk about it.
promising a wealth of tactical options for those who can wield
But
the map itself as a weapon.
the only thing I would say is
doesn't end at dropping a building on your enemies. Tools like glue cannons
this
and
game might shake up the BR genre
even as you
by a lot.
With its dynamic environment tech, The Finals is making a big promise. Let's hope it delivers.
Like, it might actually
Thanks to the developers of the
does some damage to the established BR games.
We'll be adventuring in the Forgotten Realms once more. After 3 years in early access, Baldur's Gate
3
will release
years?
in 2023, adding a new entry to one of the most beloved RPG series ever made.
Oh, for
Play the
fluff's
story
sake.
as a pre-made origin character, or combat the Mind Flayer menace as your own handcrafted hero. The rich worlds of Divinity join with the D&D 5e inspired combat, allowing intricate gameplay interactions between your abilities and the environment both in and out of battle. Join up to 3 friends and adventure together, or split the party and independently chase your own questlines. The future of the Forgotten Realms is yours to decide when Baldur's Gate 3 releases next year.
Let's see if they really release next year.
Few can sell a beautiful dream like Bethesda. And what dream is better than a sweeping expanse of sci-fi adventure, a Skyrim on a galactic scale explored in your own self-built spaceship? Of course, in making those dreams into reality, the studio is just as renowned for stumbling as it is for succeeding. It's with giddy dread that we...
Yeah, there was an interview yesterday with Phil Spencer who basically talked about the delay, and he just said it was the best thing they could have ever done.
Mistake, we're as eager as anyone to get our hands on Starfield.
Like, even now, after just a few months of extra polish,
we'll probably be playing it for
this game already took a lot of leaps forward, and he's looking forward to give them even more time if necessary.
As we enter the top 3 on our most wanted list, we're dipping into the diabolical with Diablo 4. With a decade already passed since Diablo 3's release, there's a
Yes, let's hope it will be good.
That only a new entry in Blizzard's legendary loot chase can fill. And no, remasters and mobile spin-offs won't scratch that itch. With the return of skill trees and favourite classes like the Rogue and Druid, the addition of an open online overworld, and, most importantly, more modifiers for your random loot,
The more I
there's
see
plenty to be excited about
examples
in
of the
Diablo 4's
open world overworld,
When
I'm
Hell
like,
opens in 2023,
Lost Ark?
we'll be waiting at the gates.
Is that you?
With the RTS genre set to make a comeback, it's
Company
prime time
of
for Relic's
Heroes
acclaimed
3.
World War II series to redeploy
I
the
would have not
Mediterranean
expected
theatre
it to see it here.
Heroes 3. The sequel's Italian campaign will offer a turn-based Total War-style grand strategy between real-time battles with a dynamic campaign map ensuring you won't fight the same war twice. Meanwhile, the North African campaign provides the traditional RTS campaign experience with
Hey, I like the demo I played over a year ago.
Craft your ideal fighting force by
Like having this Total War map,
specialists from allied nations. Your battles will take a toll
that was
on the
really
terrain
cool.
as you fight, with dynamic
Basically
battlefield damage constantly
slamming
shaping the
Total
map
War
with
into
your
this
and
and goes
attached to the
like,
core
yeah,
system will let you queue orders for your units so you can command.
you
at
play
your
now
own
Total
pace.
War.
We don't have long to wait. Company of Heroes
I'm
3
okay
makes
with that.
landfall on
It
February
works.
23rd, 2023.
It really works. Number 1.
At the price slot in our most wanted list, a sci-fi classic returns after nearly 20 years in the making. For a new
I mean, this
RTS
is the
renaissance,
PC
we
gaming
couldn't
show.
ask for a better flagship than Homeworld 3.
With modern tech, Homeworld spaceship tactics are reimagined in a truly...
I heard a lot of good things about this.
Bolstered
I haven't
by
played
the
it yet,
tactical
but
opportunities
some people
offered
who
in
had the
this
opportunity to play it, they just
All
say,
interceptors with me.
wow, did they nail it?
The drifting hulks of massive space derelicts provide a wealth of strategic openings for a clever commander to outmaneuver enemy forces. Unleash a surprise attack with a destroyer hidden beneath drifting armor plating, or flank the enemy unseen with a strike craft trench run. Outside standard PvP skirmishes, commanders will find plenty of battles to fight beyond the campaign, thanks to the addition of a new repeatable roguelike co-op mode. Homeworld 3's long-awaited return is set for the first half of 2023.
Well, weary travellers, it's time for us to draw the curtain on our crystal orb and turn our eyes back to the present. But don't worry, if any of those 60 or so games caught your fancy, whether one of the relived Half-Lives or the handful of Warhammers, you can wishlist them all over on our Steam page right now.
I'm really hoping it will shape up to what a lot of people are up
I've been
to.
Frankie Ward, and you've been watching the PC Gaming Show 2023 preview, and we're thanking you for being here. Take care, and we'll see you next year.
Bye, Frankie.
This land.
Okay, this is Caesarea. Alright, we are done. Yeah, this was alright. It was a nice thing to watch. It wasn't anything crazy, but again, nice thing to watch. Alrighty. But we are done here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this later on YouTube and all, well, we are on YouTube, but you know what I mean. If you watch the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to like, and if you want to see more reaction of me, which I'm doing quite often on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We're also streaming here from Monday to Friday, starting at 8 AM ET, which is 1 PM UK time and 2 PM Central European time, and we are doing gaming news, reaction videos, and then we are playing always the newest and hottest games. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And for all the people who are here also for Warhammer 40k Darktide, I will shut down the stream. And then after like 5 to 10 minutes, I have to admit I didn't prepare a thumbnail or anything. I didn't prepare anything because I didn't have the time for it. We will be back with Warhammer 40k Darktide, the pre-order / early access beta, whatever you want to call it, and then we will play that for an hour or two. Yeah, let's just do that. So with that said, again, for all the people who are interested into me playing Darktide, keep an eye out on my Discord, on my Twitter, or just stick around my YouTube channel till I'm popping up again with that. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Ka-ching!